Subscribe. Is that going in the
That's
video?
going in the video, man.
Hey! The Brown Report.
The Brown Report.
I found you! I'm subscribed! Little drop top on top.
I appreciate y'all fellas. Hey, what's up, beautiful people? I am taking the show on the road again today. So welcome to the Year Millionaire podcast, the outside vlog, walking around edition. You know the drill. If you hear cars, horns beeping, wind, all kind of background noise, well, that's what happens when you take the show on the road. I am downtown, beautiful Birmingham, Michigan, and I'm actually working down here out of a co-working space. I've been trying to switch things up, get out of the house, get out of the office, and I've been enjoying it. I've been loving it. And one of the main reasons I've been trying to switch things up is because sometimes you forget that there is a life outside of the computer. You forget that there is a life outside of the stock market. You know, for me, working from home, sometimes you forget that there's a life outside of your home. And there are some days where I'm working at home, I'm grinding, I'm shooting YouTube videos, I'm editing, I'm looking at stocks, I'm in the forums talking to members, and I can forget that it's daylight outside. Even though I got windows in my office, there's just something about being on the inside that you forget, like, wow, there's a whole world outside and that life is still going on. So I've been trying to get out more, walk, enjoy this beautiful sun that the good Lord and Mother Nature has blessed us with, and just feel alive. And so I was thinking about this topic as I was like, all right, I'm gonna walk around and what do I want to talk about for the podcast, for the vlog? One thing I was thinking about, there's two situations that happened real recent to me. And I thought, man, more people need to be kind to themselves. One, I talked to a friend. I was riding downtown. He saw me, reached out, and he was just saying or expressing how he doesn't feel like he's where he should be at in his life. And I know how that can feel, whether you got a significant other, a spouse, you got kids, whether it's age, or whether you see somebody that went to school with you doing better than you, or whatever the case may be. It's very easy to hit the self-analyzation button and start looking at your life and start wondering, like, how come I'm not where I want to be? How come I'm not driving the car? How come I'm not living in the house that I want to live in? How come I'm not, you name it, X, Y, Z, whatever. And we were just kind of chatting, and I just paused and said, man, the best advice I can give you, and this is real, I said, the best advice I can give you, be kind to yourself. And he was like, what? Wait, what? I was like, man, the best advice I can give you is just be kind to yourself. Because this is a mean world. It's a world of, we living in Instagram land. We living in TikTok land where every time you open up your phone, it seems like somebody on vacation. It seems like somebody driving a car, making a boatload of money from the stock market. They killing it, or whatever the case may be. And the reality is they're only showing you like a sliver, a small snippet of their life. And sometimes the rest of their life, the other 99% that you don't see, is not that glorious. And even if it is glorious, so what? I think we forget sometimes that, number one, we still alive. I really think we forget sometimes that we still alive. And we think that the only measure of success, the only measure of happiness is to buy something, is to live in a certain house, whatever the case may be. I am walking outside, got the Birmingham, the Daxton behind me, just got finished having a decent little lunch. Do you know that people that are locked up behind bars in jail would kill for this? You're like, Jason Brown, what do you mean they would kill for this? They would kill just to walk around freely outside of the gate, outside of the yard. They would kill, like right now, I could literally I want some ice cream. I could go get some ice cream. People in jail are like, I would kill to, well, maybe they did kill somebody. I don't know. That's how they ended up getting there. Just joking, but no, that's not, okay, that's not funny. If you got somebody locked up or you watching YouTube from in jail, listen to my podcast in jail, listen, I'm sending you some love. That's not really funny. But the point is, I can imagine that you would give anything to be on the outside of those bars. You would give anything to be able to walk and get some ice cream and not wait till it's lunchtime to eat what they force you to eat. I just had some lobster rolls. I took some B-roll footage of it. We'll have it pop it up. I had some lobster rolls. Them lobster rolls was so good. I don't know that they giving you lobster rolls in prison. And again, my point is, I'm not trying to say, look how better our life is than people in prison. I'm trying to just remind you that you still got your freedom, you still got your health, and you still got breath in your lungs. And that's just something to celebrate. That's something to be happy about. That's something to be like, you know what? I might not live here, drive that, be able to rock a Rolex or go on vacation there, but guess what? I'm free, baby. And take advantage of free, because as long as you're living, you still got an opportunity to turn it around, which is why I created 5-Year Millionaire, because from the time that I hit rock bottom to the time I made a decision, it took me roughly about 5 years to get in the Millionaires Club. And I'm gonna tell you something, it's still some problems here. People be thinking like, oh, these people on YouTube made it, these people on Instagram made it. Ain't nobody made it. We still trying to make it. We still got struggles, still got problems, still got issues. And it wasn't that long ago, which is why this walking around Birmingham shooting a video means so much to me, not because it's Birmingham, but because of where I was at in my life when I used to come down here. You see, when I used to come down here, I would come down here and I would stand on the street corners and I would just look at the cars driving by. And I would ask myself, I wonder, what do all these people do? Porsches, Benzes, Bentleys, you name it, Ferraris. I used to come down here and be like, man, what do these people do? I used to be like, one day, hopefully, I didn't know for sure. I'm like, one day, hopefully I could drive one of these cars. Hopefully I could be bending the block in Birmingham and be one of those people. The other thing I used to come down here and do, I used to come down here, no lie, y'all see this restaurant right here, 220, people eating outside. I used to come down here and be like, I would look at the menu and I would be like, ooh, I can't afford to eat here. And I used to be like, one day, I used to be thinking one day I'm gonna be able to eat at 220. I see, let me show y'all, people outside. I used to be like, I wanna eat outside. Cause it always just looked so cool to me. It looked so rich to me. And the thing I would think about was, I would look at the menu and see how much that stuff costs as well. And I was like, yeah, no, not eating there today. In fact, if we go back, I don't talk about this that often, but when I was like down really bad, and this is the thing that people see you today and they forget about where you came from. Remember back in the day, when I was down really bad, I would put on a suit and I would go to Panera Bread with my laptop. I promise you on everything, if you saw me in Panera Bread, it's a nice Porsche Panamera right there. You see what I'm saying? I used to be like, man, what they do to afford them kind of cars? But I would put on the suit, I would take my laptop, I would go to Panera Bread, and I looked like, if you saw me, I looked like I was doing some major business deal. I looked like I was some big time business exec or entrepreneur, whatever you want to call it. Truth is, I was going to Panera Bread because they had free Wi-Fi, because my Wi-Fi was cut off at home. So I didn't have no internet at home because I couldn't afford it. So I was going to Panera Bread to use the free Wi-Fi. Not only was I going there to use the free Wi-Fi, I was going there to apply for jobs. And so I was trying to apply for jobs on their free Wi-Fi in Panera Bread. But if you looked at me on the outside, you would have been like, what does that guy do? The other thing that most people don't know is when I was going to Panera Bread back in the day, sometimes that was my only meal for the day. I kid you not. Sometimes the only meal I had was the free samples that they passed around. So I knew they would come around with the free samples, especially when they was like bringing out the new pizza and testing out the new soups. They would come around with the free samples. I remember the guy who would come up to me with the free sample and like, you want another one? And I would pretend like, nah, not really. Okay, I'll take another one if nobody else takes it. Reality was, I was trying not to just snatch the whole tray and be so obvious that like, look, this is the only meal I got for the day. And you wouldn't have known that from the outside looking in. But I'm trying to say is just be kind to yourself, because what you think everybody else on the outside got it going on, you really just don't know what's really going on in their household, in their bank account, in their life. You don't know who look good on the outside that's struggling. And on the flip side, not just be kind to yourself, you got to be kind to other people, because you don't know who's struggling on the outside, that one more negative thing, one more bad thing for the day is just go set them off and go tip them over the edge. You also don't know who so close to the edge that one kind word, one smile, one hello, one let me buy you a coffee, one let me pick up your bill while you're in line at restaurant. You just don't know who might be like, man, this was my last money to eat, and some random person bought me food, and I got to keep this money that allowed me to catch the bus to the job interview. Like, you don't really always know the effects of your positive deeds, your positive words, and how it will translate to somebody else's life. You don't always get to double back and ask them, how did buying you lunch that day do? How did me saying hello for you do? But I'm telling you from personal experience, just being kind to yourself and being kind to others, it goes so far, because you never know what somebody going through. The second thing that happened to me, not happened to me, but the second conversation I had this past week was from a family member. And so this family member, we were talking, and this person, I'm gonna try not to say it, definitely not gonna say a name. I'm trying to remain race or sex neutral. So I'm just gonna call it this person. This person I was talking to on the phone was just explaining to me how tough life is right now. This person was just explaining, I don't think I can make this light. This person was just explaining how their financial situation was like so bad. And they were like, this person's like, I went to the hospital, found out the insurance didn't cover this. I had to have the surgery. Now I got this big bill. Went behind on credit. Hours at work are lower. I mean, it was just all this stuff. And it wasn't just money. It was health. It was money. It was mindset. Everything was just piling up and negative on this person. And this person said, I've been thinking about getting up out of here. Now, when you hear somebody say, I've been thinking about getting up out of here, I'm like, those are buzzwords. I'm like, whoa, 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 whoa. What you talking about? Taking a vacation? Because I know you ain't talking about ending your life. And sure enough, yeah, they was talking about the thought crossed their mind to end their life, or that maybe, everybody would be better without them around. And it definitely broke my heart, because, again, that means this person is not valuing just being free. This person not valuing just being able to walk around and enjoy the sun kissing off their skin. This person not valuing being able to just breathe and just be alive. And I get it though. It's hard to value sometimes being free and being alive, because if you feel like, what's the point? I'm broke, I owe everybody, things are negative, it's so hard around me. Why should I be excited about that? But I think that's where hope comes in at. And that's what I'm trying to give you through this video, through this podcast. I'm trying to give you some hope that, listen, it's far from over. It ain't even close to being over. And you don't have to wait till January 1st to turn it all around. You could do something starting tomorrow that may possibly put you in a better position 5 years from now. And that's what this whole 5-year thing is all about. 5-Year Millionaire. This is what all this positivity is about. It's about giving yourself some time to say, what can I do today to turn it around so 5 years from now things are different, because it's far from over as long as I got breath in my lungs. You think about Colonel Sanders. I don't know the official age, but I believe, don't quote me on this, but you can look it up. I'm in the middle of Birmingham walking around, so I can't Google it. Matter of fact, I can Google it. Let me pull out my phone because I want to know. I'm going to ask Google, when did Colonel Sanders start Kentucky Fried Chicken? I'll just put start KFC. When did he start KFC? Let's just look it up. So it says Colonel Sanders officially started KFC when he turned 40 back in the 1930s. He bought a roadside motel in Corbin, Kentucky. Right. I think he started it at 40, but I don't think it took off to like age 59 or something like that. I don't think he did his first like franchise till like age 59. And so, what's up, brother? And so, like, I'm just trying to get you to say, like, he started over at 40, or he started it at 40. He wasn't already successful and just killing it. And then I don't think he's successfully franchised for like another 29 years later. And that's when he like officially made it. So give yourself some time. Give yourself some grace. Let's go back down here. Give yourself time. Give yourself grace. Be kind to yourself. Don't think about doing nothing. Don't think about making a permanent decision based off a temporary situation. My friend told me his pastor told him that at church one time, and I've been holding on to that quote. He was like, his pastor did a sermon, and he was like, don't make a permanent decision based off a temporary situation. What does that mean? I want you to really think about this. If this person was to commit suicide, they making a permanent decision. Suicide is, you can't reverse it. You can't undo it. If he were to do that, if this person was to do that, that's a permanent decision off a temporary situation. Why is the situation temporary? Because this person can make more money. This person could work on rebuilding their health after the surgery, right? So it's not like they permanently disabled or anything like that. So they can work on getting their health back. They can work on getting their wealth back. So don't make a permanent decision based off a temporary situation. No different than if you're down on your luck financially, you don't have a job, or you're not making a killing in the stock market, or you're not where you want to be right now. Don't make a permanent decision like, I'm just gonna rob a bank, or I'm just gonna start selling drugs. It's like, okay, if you do that and you get caught, and now you're serving 20, 30, 40, 50 years, you just made a permanent decision based off a temporary situation. Now you're a convicted felon. If you ever get out, you're a convicted felon, that stay with you for life. You can't unfelonize yourself. You also can't get 20, 30, 40, 50 years back if you get sentenced 50 years. You also, for the most part, unless you magically get a presidential pardon, if you get life, you can't get out of prison. Permanent decision based off a temporary situation. So listen, as we wrap this up, I'm just telling you, be kind to yourself, be kind to other people, and last but not least, don't make a permanent decision based off a temporary situation. I'm signing out saying, get outside, enjoy the sun, be like these young fellas. Just outside. Can y'all be in the vlog? Yeah.
What's your YouTube channel?
Our YouTube channel is The Brown Report.
The Brown What?
Yeah, I'm telling.
Brown Report.
Yeah,
I'm about to subscribe right now.
Y'all subscribe, my man.
Hold up, are you? You have a lot of subscribers?
Like 81,000, something
Oh, he's viral.
like that. They silly.
Subscribe. Is that going in the
That's
video?
going in the video, man.
Hey! The Brown Report.
The Brown
I
Report.
found you! I'm subscribed. Little drop top on top.
I appreciate y'all, fellas. If I follow you, will I buy you something?
Mr. P, be a giveaway or something.
It's the Brown Report.
The what?
What? The Brown Report.
Brown Report?
How am I gonna buy you something? You already got smoothies. Y'all should be buying me something. I don't even have nothing. Yeah.
I'm subscribed now. Hey, it's my boy.
I appreciate y'all.
Brown Report, yes, sir.
That girl said, if I follow you, will you buy me something? They start them young trying to get in people's pockets. Anyway, we officially signing off with the young people saying, hit the subscribe button, help the numbers run up. And then I'm signing off saying, get outside, enjoy the sun. You still got life. You still got breath in your lungs. You still got your health. Don't waste it only thinking the success lies within having money, having a car, having a house, or even having success in the stock market. You're still alive. Do something great with your life and go be positive and send somebody else some good energy. Peace.